hours ago. Is there a way, based on your knowledge from being in a submarine environment, to stretch out that survivability window?
Well, I'd have to know the specifics. Again, the key thing is removing carbon dioxide. That's the most immediate and pressing thing. The second thing I would say is most pressing is staying warm. It's certainly in the mid-30s or low 30s at that depth, meaning the temperature outside, and the water will wick away any heat through conduction very, very quickly. But then you get into oxygen supply. And one of the things that we would do on our submarine is the captain would actually be able to adjust the oxygen level. For example, if the oxygen level goes up just a little bit, it actually makes you very alert. And if the captain wanted performance out of the crew, he could bump up the oxygen bleed into the sub, and everybody was wide awake. So there's a number of things that you have to manage for that atmosphere. But if you're calm and your breathing is steady, if people are sedated or asleep, you have much, much longer to go before you hit those limits. If you're very active, hyper alert, talking a lot, you are using more oxygen, you're exhaling more carbon dioxide, and that would shorten that. And we've heard this in the cave. Remember that people that are trapped in caves often have environmental problems and start getting headaches and that kind of thing. So it's a tremendous human endurance story. Again, I pray that they're found. And I don't give up hope on that easily. Not for any submariner.
All right. Well, I think that is where the country is right now. We are all watching and we are holding out hope. Congressman, appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you both.
Tom Maddox is joining us again, underwater forensic investigator, CEO. He was also co-pilot of a submersible that traveled to the wreck of the Titanic in 2005. Just going to let you know here that there are obviously a lot of different reports out there. There is a new report that the search is continuing. It has not stopped. The Coast Guard has made no indication that they are stopping this search right now. But also that there's a new report right now that the wreckage has been assessed and has been confirmed, and this is via one report, that it is the missing sub. Hopefully we're going to know more about 20 minutes from now. Jump on in here, Tom.
Well, yes, Sandra, you're getting the news as it's coming. You have better connections than I do for sure, so I'm relying on what I'm hearing from you and others. But you can see how in a situation like this, news can be twisted and just presented in different ways. So we heard moments ago that it may not be from that sub, and now we hear that it is. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. The good news is, from my standpoint, is that they've already committed to this search. Keep it going until something definitive comes up, and hopefully you can hang on to some kind of a hope for a miracle. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens at 3 o'clock with the presser and what happens after that.
If they have found the sub, it sounds, Tom, like they do have the technology between the Odysseus 6K ROV that's down there. It was brought to the site by the Horizon Arctic out of St. John's, Newfoundland. And also the Friendship L'Atalante has a heavy lift ROV in it, that if they have found this submersible, they may be able to bring it back up to the surface.
Yeah, I mean, they have the capability. It's a matter of time. And of course, there's so many factors like sea state. Luckily, they've been in a good weather window. We actually had to pull up our expedition and leave in 2005 because a hurricane was coming up and heading straight for us. So we had to leave days early. It can be a very treacherous place to be in the middle of the Atlantic in a storm. Luckily, they've got good weather window, I understand, so they're able to operate. So hopefully they can keep this going for a while. But even if they find it, do attach it, it's still a monumental task to bring it to the surface. It's not going to happen instantaneously. It could be days before they could even get it up. So unfortunately, we've reached that